Hey everybody. So a really easy way to tell if somebody, because right now there was a letter that recently went out that a bunch of politicians, or some politicians, some writers, some journalists signed up on to have more public debate and less cancel culture. Now a really easy way to tell people if they're full of crap on that is if they're still in the view that if you are not pro-Israel, you should be canceled, because then they're not actually about free speech. Free speech is, yes, you can definitely say that you are not pro-Israel or you're not pro-Palestine, and nobody tells you, oh, you shouldn't be able to say that. That you should be able to say you love China or you hate China. You think it's a good place, you think it's a bad place. Same with Russia, same with Cuba, same with Venezuela, same with Mexico, and of course, same with the United States. When we go against free speech, and a lot of pundits and talking heads on the left and the right, they will say, well, you're taking away my free speech, but yet when the shoe's on the other foot and they have the ability to take away that free speech from somebody else, they're all for it. So yeah, when we talk about, or people talk about, they like the idea of freedom of speech. Freedom of speech means that you're going to hear ideas that you disagree with vehemently. And that's how we work through things. That's how you work through in a public square, how you can get to actually find out more about people, if you can have a measured discussion and conversation with them. Because screaming matches and shouting matches, they don't ever work. But having someone lose their job, lose their platform, lose their money by, say, YouTube or Facebook demonetizing them or getting rid of their page, same with Twitter, and Instagram, and or they might be a writer for a paper. And that's a bad thing that we have. Just because you don't agree with the views, as I've said before, they shouldn't lose their job over it. It happened a lot when people were they would lose their jobs over opposing the war in Iraq. They did. A lot of people did. And that's not right, because that's their freedoms. And as I've told a lot of my friends and a lot of other people, I myself put my life on the line when I joined the military for that, for people's freedom of speech. Whether I agree with you or not, I myself, and I believe that quite a few other soldiers out there did that and are still doing that, because they do believe that that's something to go for and something that we all should be able to have. Now, the reasons that we were in certain countries doing certain things, that's something completely different. But for us as a culture to keep on saying that, well, now the ball's on my court, so now I get to pick and choose who I get to cancel, or pick and choose who gets fired from their job, and then the pendulum will swing back the other way, and it'll go just as bad the other way. We just absolutely need to stop it. In public debate and discussion, that's how you can find out if ideas hold water or they don't. If their ideas look like a colander and there's so many holes in it that it's just not going to work, doesn't hold water, or that ship would sink. And we have to do that through discussion. We can't do that through name-calling, pointing fingers, and ganging up on people, and calling them names, and mob mentality just to take people out. It's a bad thing. This country's done it more than once. We did it for people. We canceled people that were during the Iraq War. We also did it for the Red Scare. Some of you watching this may remember it. If not, look in a history book. It happened to be when people that were communist or felt that they promoted the Communist Party, that the government went after them and did their best to throw them in jail, which is wrong for their political beliefs. I don't agree with that whatsoever. If their political beliefs, if brought out into actual people and tried out with people, they will find out like, oh yeah, I agree with that, or what? Nah, I'm not for that. And that's how this country was supposed to work. It definitely doesn't all the time, but it's something we should strive for. Anyways, this is me using my voice. How to use yours? Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. All right, much love to everybody out there. You guys take care. Bye.